Aloha, my kako, beautiful souls all across our blessed and beloved planet Mother Earth. It is Laumalian, Wen of New Culture 808, coming to you live from Kapai'aino, Hawaii, with my beautiful, angelic soul star sister, Amber of Star Council Legacy. Greetings!
Aloha, everyone.
Aloha. Ah, so it is the last week of October, and Amber and I are just connecting. I'm tuning in from Oahu, Hawaii, and Amber is holding up the frequencies over there on Mama Maui, and we are just co-creating and conversing. So, Amber, you were mentioning before we started recording about Three Eye Atlas. So I did want to pick your brain a little bit about that and what your perspective is, and maybe any insights or downloads, consciousness that's been coming through, insights for you.
Yeah, today is October 28th, 2025, and tomorrow, October 29th, 2025, the Three Eye Atlas comet, or they don't really know exactly what it is still to this point, but we're assuming it's a comet, coming from a interstellar atmosphere, not from our solar system, and this is the third one that's been detected in the past few years. I think 2017 or 2018 there's one, and then within that time there's only been three that we've seen because of our technology at this point. But anyways, there's also multiple other comets here at this time as well, which is very, I feel is not, I feel like there's a big significance to that. um and I do feel the energy is shifting daily. um but the Three Eye Atlas is going to be closest to the sun tomorrow as it passes through. And then after that, I believe it comes to Jupiter or Earth, but it's going through in a specific way that it's creating a triangle. I don't know if we talked about this last time, how it's going to be going by, so it went by Mars already. And that was, I believe, October 2nd or 3rd. And then right as that was happening, there was a peace agreement. That's when the peace agreement talk started in the Middle East at that exact time as that was passing through. So that's not that not sure if that's even going to stick or whatever, but that's interesting. And then as it's going to be getting close to the sun tomorrow, it'll be interesting to see, what's going on at that time. And just and I've just kind of been, watching it and watching the frequencies and feeling the frequencies. And with me, my feeling is that it's ancient technology, ancient rock, whatever this energy is. It's very ancient and holds ancient information and wisdom, and is going to awaken humanity into its truth, into its real organic truth of what's Earth really is. And so I feel like that's going to be the next unveiling, and it's gonna it's like a new, so it's the way that it's passing by the comments is it went by Mars, and then I believe it's going to go by Jupiter and Venus. And when it does, it's going to be, all those planets are actually, and this might actually be right now at this time, I have to go back and look, but they're all water planets. All of those planets are water signs. And so that's also interesting. And that, like, we are water, right? Everything is water, is life, right? And so it's definitely, I feel like, gonna recode the water, actually. Let's just, put it that way. The water, everything, every living thing, um the plasma, so it's bringing new frequencies or ancient frequencies into our our solar system, which is very interesting, right? It's like in this exact time, while the curtains being pulled back on the Great Wizard of Oz, and all the darkness is being revealed. And and the truth is coming out. So it's just all this isn't just a coincidence, is what I'm trying to say. Plus, there's also all these other comments. And then if you look in tonight's sky, there's also going to be the comet Limon visible in the northwest sky, northwest of the Big Dipper. So I don't know if you can see that tonight. Last night there was clouds, but possibly that will be visible to the naked eye. So that's cool. And there's also other ones happening. So I'm just curious. I'm just kind of wondering, like, is this the beginning of more coming? That's kind of where I'm, wondering. Just curious to see like what's what else is going to happen out in the cosmos. But yeah, and so once the comet passes through by the sun, it'll start to be visible again, I believe. Not until November or something, but then they'll be able to tell whether it's actually like a comet or some type of technology, they say. But NASA's also keeping quiet on it too. The government shut down ever since it came closest to Mars, which would have given us the best visibility through those telescopes. So that's interesting. Ahoy hoy. So
Uh,
yeah, go ahead. What are your thoughts, and what of your intuition telling you?
yeah, mahalo. Thank you for sharing all of that. Um, I feel I resonate with pretty much all of what you said, and I like your bit about asking if there's more to come. Because if you think about it, and the thought crossed my mind, it's like, okay, if disclosure, that we are not alone in the universe and that we've never been alone, how can we gently, without, bam, landing on the White House lawn, right? As the joke goes. Although that could be epic too, but I don't feel like that's in the timeline in the cards because I do feel like that would be too much of a shock for most people. And just knowing how humanity kind of is, Americans kind of like our guns. So, um, yeah, I feel like they're like, okay, cue the comets, right? I feel like 3i Atlas is a scout ship, to be completely honest. And even
Yeah, like that's why I'm like, it feels like there's more to come, right? Like this is just the
yeah,
beginning, kind of
100%.
thing.
And I feel like other, just okay, cue the comets, because then it takes us away from, well, maybe let's reword that. It kind of expands our consciousness in the sense where we're like, oh, there's something above us. There's something in the heavens. There's been more than what's going on down here on Earth. And so we look to the skies, we look to the heavens, it expands our consciousness. And then if there's more and more and more, it's like, at what point does it become statistically significant? It already is. Like you mentioned, there's been 3i Atlas. And then in the past few years, there was Oumuamua, I think was one of them,
Yeah,
right? And the other one that I can't recall. So it could be this is disclosure like happening or a component of it, a piece of it. I feel like it's already happening. A lot of like we're talking about it, I'm more comfortable being like, yeah, I'm here, but I'm from here, but I'm not from here, if you know what I'm saying. Like, um, so yeah, it's quite a profound time to be alive. And I really like the bit that you mentioned about reformatting because how it was passing through a lot of the planets that I think you were saying were in water signs. So, and how we're like what 70-80% water. Vaikeola, like you mentioned, water is life. And so reformatting life, right? Giving new consciousness, new codes just on that basic biological level. That's exciting. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I definitely feel like it's here for our evolutionary expansion, and they they say that this is like as big as the beginning of time. This is how big this event is at this time, and it goes along with the ending of the Kali Yuga, which was possibly in March of 2025, right? And so this is the beginning of the age of Aquarius, and so it's very exciting, and I believe that we asked for this, and it's time for change, and this energy that's on this planet that seems like it's been in control is no longer in control. And so this is going to help us, give us that softness to our hearts, and really just help let go, let go of a lot of the ancestral traumas, and giving people that perception from a higher conscious level of an understanding, right? And I already see it happening, and I can feel it happening within my heart. So it's nothing to fear. That there's a lot of some of that out there, but I don't tap into anything like that. So
Beautiful. Yeah, thank you for expressing all of that. And I sat with Hape in a triangular, just like a sacred trinity circle house with two of my beautiful soul sisters this weekend. We went camping, and that was the message that came through, actually, was open your heart. That's what my ancestors and my spirit team and my guides communicated to me, was open your heart, and keep it open, and to lead with love from the heart, and to continue forth from the heart, because I feel like beings such as we are, angelics, boots on the ground, like galactic ground crew, we are here to stabilize as well. So a humble reminder, talking to myself especially, just to take care of ourselves, hydrate, nourish, rest, move the body, just self-cultivation, self-care, because this is what we kind of, not even kind of, we're here for this, for the ascension, and to stabilize, and to speak our truth, and to let our brothers and sisters, let humanity know, hey, we're gonna be okay. This has been prophesied. Like, I forget that sometimes, and as I'm like channeling right now and speaking, it's like, yo, like, we've all been waiting for this, guys. Like, this is, the new earth, baby. Let's go. This is heavenly earth right now. And yeah, I say it a lot, especially in our conversations, Amber, but I feel like it's such a blessing, and truly quite profound to be alive and incarnated during this monumental time in human history, her story, just this evolution point. And it's not going to be completely bumpless, it'll be a little bumpy, but that's just the nature of the transition. And so, yeah, I'm just grateful to be here to try to facilitate as much grace and ease, as we transition from one song to the next song, from old
yes,
frequencies to the new frequencies. And keep dancing, so to speak, on through it. Boogie, boogie, woogie.
it's the bridge between heaven and earth.
Mm,
The stars and earth.
hmm Building
You're the
that bridge.
bridge.
Yes, did I see a rainbow this weekend? I think I saw one on Thursday. It was a double rainbow. I think I sent you a picture. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's the picture. Oh man, I don't know if I told you. If you look on the bottom of the rainbow, it looked like there were other colors coming in, like actual other frequencies of light. Like, I'm not kidding. I was staring at
Wow.
it for a while and just kind of overwhelmed with joy and just gratitude, because it was beautiful rainbow, y'all. Maybe I'll try to find a picture and share. But yeah, because it's like Roy G. Biv, right? Like, is the color spectrum. But I no, there was stuff on the bottom of the rainbow, and it was like a whole nother frequency of light
Yeah.
actually physically manifested. I could see it with my eyeballs, and I was like, ah, yes, well, Ilona, like a sign. And I was overwhelmed with gratitude, and I was just like, ah, just kind of like fangirling out at the rainbow. Every time I see one, I'm like, oh, is this for me? Like, I'll always say, aloha nui nui iris, greetings. Nui nui being the rainbow goddess, in Hawaiian mythology, and then Iris being the rainbow goddess, messenger goddess, messenger of the gods, in Greek mythology.
Mm.
So bridges, messages, three-eye atlas, comets, government shutdowns, planets ascending. How's your Earth incarnation going? We just coming to you live.
Oh, wow. Yes. Yes. And it is happening. It's happening underground. It's happening, like you said, it's the revolution won't be televised. So
But it might be recorded on Zoom and posted on YouTube. So
that's right.
oh, that
It's
cracks me
out
up.
there somewhere.
LOL. Oh man. It's such a blessing. Yeah, so it's, what is it now? October. Hollow Thanksmas season. going into 2026, should we maybe, I know, be present and grateful, grounded in the moment, but should we maybe like theorize, talk about what we envision or feel 2026 might kind of hold for ourselves and for the collective?
Mm.
Because let me Google it real quick. I believe, so I think last year was a wood dragon year, and then I think the way it works with Chinese, I'm still learning, but every 2 years it's the same element. So dragon, snake, wood dragon, wood snake. And then
Mm.
I'm still learning what the elements mean, but I believe 2026 is a fire horse year.
Ooh,
Chinese zodiac.
fire horse. Oh, that sounds fun.
Yep, yep. So 2026 is a fire horse year in Chinese perspective, zodiac understanding starts February 17th, 2026. So that's a new moon in Aquarius, I think, because they go off of the lunar calendar, I believe.
Hmm.
So the new moon, February 17th, 2026, and then it'll run till February 5th, 2027. It'll be a fire horse year. Let's see what that means.
Yeah,
Fire.
let's see. You tell us.
Fire horse year meaning is a combination of the passionate, fiery elements of the energetic, action-oriented horse in the Chinese zodiac, symbolizing a year of heightened dynamism and intense activity. Yeah, that's what I figured. This combination can lead to either great success or extreme challenges as the energy is intense. Individuals born in a fire horse year are often seen as passionate, charismatic, and natural leaders, but also prone to being impulsive. Uh, So intensified. So the fire amplifies the horse's natural characteristics of energy, independence, and passion, leading to a year of high octane activity. Duality. The fire horse sign represents a powerful dualistic force that can result in either spectacular good fortune or not so good luck, with little in between. And passion and drive. Firehorse is linked to a burning desire for success, creativity, and vitality, and then there could also be impulsivity. So yeah, that's kind of what I figured. You think of the energies of the fire, the element, and then the horse, and that sounds like some potent stuff.
Yeah.
So how do I feel?
Sounds aligned for what's gonna about to happen.
Hmm. Yeah, I feel like for myself, anyway, speaking for me, just to prepare, because as we do wrap up the year of the snake and we do wrap up 2025, just to clean as much internally and externally as possible. So,
Yeah.
um, if anybody, if it feels good for us to declutter our space, purify, reorganize, like do it, I don't feel obligated to, but like just as your spirit moves you, like just make space for the new because it feels like 2026 is like all systems go, baby. Like push that button. All buttons been pushed. Because I feel like for speaking for myself anyways, it's like, okay, Earth is ascending, yada yada yada, but like there's still all these systems and it's like, where's the new Earth? And it's like, well, we're in the transition, and so we already see the systems falling apart now more than ever. And then 2026, it seems like fuel to the fire or and so it's just if it feels like burning away, like the phoenix kind of energy of burning away of everything that no longer serves the highest and best interests of planet Earth and humanity. And so anything that is not in alignment with, you know, I guess like serving the collective from a place of what's in the highest and best interest of the collective, and anything that's not in truth or honor or authenticity, those are really going to be dismantled and challenged and like brought to the forefront of attention of consciousness for the collective so that we can re-examine it and be like, yeah, we don't like that shit is not going to fly anymore, let's get rid of it. And so I feel like we're already seeing that. And yeah, things are just getting spicier and juicier and more full of light, I guess, down here on planet Earth, right? Because what is fire? Fire is light, fire is energy, fire is heat. So exciting. Yeah.
As you were saying all that, beautifully said. I was seeing like the earth cracking open, like the heart of Mother Gaia, like and allowing the fire to come through, the light to come through, right? They say that like our wounds and our traumas are activate the light within, right? So I feel like Mother Gaia is like taken so much trauma and just it's so intense that it's like she's now cracking open and allowing that fire to come through and birth the new. And uh Kilauea, the volcano, this last episode, two huge spouts higher than it's gone so far this whole episode. And it's been going for almost, December will be a full year that it's been active every 2 to 3 weeks consistently. So I just feel like that's also a reflection of that, right? And so yes, it is all about going back to what we've been saying and going back to the Aina and the stewardship of the land and joining together in community and how can we help each other. And it's so simple, and it's just so beautiful that we know that it's happening here in Hawaii, and the ancestors are here supporting it, and Hawaii is going to be, an example for the world, and it's happening. So we know that. That's why we're here. We're holding that consciousness, and so it is. Let's do this.
Gee-hoo-hoo-hoo. And so it is, beautifully stated. And yes, I was thinking as you were mentioning the volcanoes, I was like, volcano, Kilauea, kaboosh. But yeah, it's I guess a sacred reminder that we are planet Earth. We are made of her atoms and her elements, and we borrow these beautiful, incredible vessels that she has let us borrow for this grand human experience and experiment. And then when our time comes, we join the ancestors, we cross back over to the other side and our bodies return to the earth. So just with that sacred recognition that all is one and we're all interconnected, and this is just a level up, baby. We all leveling up, it's a planetary upgrade. Hashtag planetary ascension. So just to stay rooted and stay grounded and to maintain our practices of prayer and meditation and movement and just all the things as we continue to go forth and navigate the greatest shift of all time. I mean, it's like, when was the last time this happened? It's never
Wow.
happened. This is it. And so it's being co-created and
Dang, girl. I'm like getting a full on download that contact is happening, and that's what's going to shift humanity, because
mm,
it's either and that's going to lead us down the organic timeline versus the AI timeline. And
mhm,
so it's like this is a collective of, that energy.
100%. It doesn't feel, because I feel like, how do I feel? Yeah, for me, anyways, in my heart, in my consciousness, my being, in my reality, it doesn't feel like I do not choose the AI timeline. I have chosen the organic timeline. And then also healthy integration and utilization of technology and energy. This call has been sponsored by Zoom and the World Wide Web. No, like, but seriously, you know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yes.
mean, I could jump in my va'a that I don't have and row across the waters to come hang out with you on Maui and
Dude,
yeah,
come on. Like, let's just teleport already. We're doing it right now. Can we just like
location. I know.
be sitting
Unlock
next to
that.
each other in person?
We're holding the frequencies on our two islands, but yeah, I totally feel you. And so
But
yeah,
that being said, this is AI, right? This is AI, and we've been utilizing it, and there's nothing to fear with it other than, those other timelines that other people want to experience, and we're not a part of that. So,
yes, yeah.
and
I've actually
the alien technology, like the technology is there, right? It's like it can be used for good. It can be used for, it will be, it is, because they're gonna come and show us they're doing it.
100%. Yeah. I've actually been using ChatGPT a little bit more in the past month and a half. It's been very helpful. Because at first I was like very resistant to it. I was like, no, AI bad, don't want to utilize it. But I feel like with anything, moderation, um, and conscious consideration for the utilization. Like literally, I asked it last night. I was like, "Is true love unconditional?" And it gave me like a really good. I kind of have to go back and read several times. I think maybe too. It's like the questions I'm asking. It's like, um, but yeah, I mean, I'm grateful for the technology because it does allow us to connect and just conscientious use of technology, right?
And it is like a sacred mirror too, because like it's
Mhm.
how you ask, what you're asking, and then the response that you get according to your consciousness and the questions that you're asking, the frequency you're giving it, it's going to give you a mirror of that frequency back. It's interesting because like you or I could ask about like past life, like an NDA experience or something, right? Like life after death or this or that. And somebody from like a Christian background could ask the same question and get two totally different answers because of their beliefs versus your belief. Pretty
Yeah,
trip.
it's pretty wild. Oh, that's a little download I got this weekend because I went on a day hike. It was like all day. We started at 7:40 and we didn't finish. We took breaks and what have you, but we went up Kamana Nui, Moana Lua, one of the ridges, and yeah, I think we were done around 5 p.m.
Wow.
It was
That's
great.
awesome.
Where was I going with that? I don't remember. What was I saying?
You're gonna say something about the at the end of your hike, maybe, or
Downloads. It was some kind of download. Oh yeah, wild reformatting. So in words are spells, right? In language, iko olelo no keola, iko olelo no kamake. So in the word, there's life and death. So just endeavoring to speak life and be extremely conscientious of the linguistic word spells that we put upon ourselves and creation and other people. So reformatting crazy, because crazy kind of has maybe a negative connotation. It serves a purpose, right? Like there's a definition to wild. It's like, oh, that's wild instead of oh, that's crazy. Or I guess a previous download I got instead of crazy, we could replace it with miraculous. Maybe that's a bit much, but it's like, oh, that's miraculous. You know, just kind of like elevating, or at least for
yeah,
myself, seeing how I can elevate the language a little bit
yeah,
more. So
yeah.
it's more mournful, more magical, more majestic. Um, not so but just elevating it, shall we say.
Reprogramming the mind to a higher frequency of words, thoughts, because they are frequencies and spells, like you said. Yes, yes. Being
Beautiful.
kind of
Exactly.
aware of what's coming out of our mouth and
Hmm.
utilizing higher vibrational perceptions. That is the key, right? Rewiring the brain, and that's this journey that we're all on. And
Yeah,
yes, yes,
100%.
and it's a
Thank you.
constant, right? It's a constant all day, like reminding and being aware and letting go and the ho'oponopono, right? It's
Eh,
like clear, clear, clear. You're pure source. So it's like when these things come up, we just have to remember it's just our thoughts and our emotions creating everything. And if we can just go back to, oh, it's just a thought, it's just data. It's just data.
mm,
It's all just
mhm.
data, right? So if there's data that's coming in or you're having a trigger or something, it's like because of the data that you have, but that's really not your data. So it's like, let it go, right? And then I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And then we take the higher perception and move on. Yeah, I love that one. I love that. Yeah,
You
tool. It's a good tool.
100%. You are super psychic, my friend, because I was actually going to segue into trigger. You were literally it was that was magnificent. I so at the camp out, right? My ex was there and I didn't realize she was there because I went hiking and then I came back because I was camping Friday night and then yeah, and so I got really triggered and so um I asked ChatGPT how I can kind of navigate, for like some tips and pointers and it was just talking about the nervous system and um yeah, I gave really good advice, but kind of like what you said about data. That's also something ChatGPT said is emotions, perceiving them as more data and not owning the emotion in the sense like I'm angry, more like I am feeling angry, or I am feeling hurt, or I am, whatever, instead of like I am blank the emotion, like I am feeling it, right? And then just allowing it, as you said, to flow. Energies are Emotions are energy in motion. So with that sacred understanding and recognition, um, yeah. And so for me, I try to be solution oriented and growth oriented. And how can I learn from this data, learn from this encounter, this experience to move forward and go forward and grow forward in a better way, in a more elevated way. Yeah, because I'm very avoidant, or let me reframe that. I can be very avoidant because I literally was like, okay, I'm out. I packed all my stuff, yo. Like, I like packed all my stuff. I was like, okay, I'm gonna leave. And like I was about to roll out, and then I'm grateful for all my friends. You know, I'm not trying to cause drama. Like I'm really not. So I like stepped away, and I just had to let myself cry, and my friends found me and they comforted me, and I'm so grateful for them. And then we went and we sat with Hape, um and then she left. So in that whole time of like being comforted, and I had packed all my stuff. I had cried, I packed all my stuff, and then I sat with Hape and my friends and were supported, and then she left. So I was like, "Oh, okay, I guess." It's funny, one of my friends, he's one of the DJs. He's like, "Oh, you can stay now." And I'm like, "Yeah, oh, thank you." But then also to, I appreciated that, but it's like, why did I feel like I had to run away? Like, why could I not just I'm getting there, to the point where we can coexist in shared space, and me not feel the urge to want to just like turn around and run. Because I realize that's not healthy. And so Chat GPT was just saying, the neuroscience of it. It was giving me the logical, um, scientific kind of breakdown of why I had that extreme reaction, and like it's okay, but then also you can do this, going forward, exposure therapy, amongst other things, like don't but like I know, and so the big lesson that I'm taking away is like I can't keep running away. Because how did it say it? Like it's almost the anxiety of the thing is worse than the thing itself.
Yeah.
So just like sitting and processing the emotion and whatever I'm feeling, and knowing that I can handle it, right? And like it's fine, like it's okay. Like there's still at the end of the day, it's love and gratitude. It's like in the grand scheme of things, comparatively, even though, maybe we shouldn't compare things, but it wasn't a bad breakup. It was just honestly alignment. It was really just alignment, and it was beautiful for while it lasted. And so ChatGPT was just saying grief is love with nowhere to go. So I'm like, okay, where can I put my love back upon myself? And then also let me show up more in service to community. Let me do my mission, and why I'm here. And like we're doing it right now. We're embodying it right now. Like us even recording this right now and probably posting it to the World Wide Web is, so I just, yeah, thanks for listening. And
Oh,
yeah.
embodiment, right? That's what this time is. It's about us embodying and taking rapid responsibility for our feelings. And I'm so proud of you. And thank you for being vulnerable and just, allowing your feelings to come up and allowing yourself to feel them and let them be felt and released, because energy in motion has to be released. We can't hold on to it. And it's, it, breakups, betrayal, these things, they take time. They take, it takes time to just heal, right, and just process and integrate. And there's no like, oh, you should be done in this time or that time. And it's all about your own soul and its lessons and how it needs to perceive it or how it wants to perceive it and how it's going to process and integrate that. And it takes everybody different time limits, or there is no time, let's just say. It's just a process of integration. And people think that they can put labels or times on stuff like betrayal and all these things. And these are lessons to, that we're here to take and embody and then share with others. And so that's what you're doing. And you were vulnerable enough to be in that relationship, to go through all that, to experience everything that you've experienced, so that you can be the example and, share your experience with the world. And just even just being vulnerable, just doing that, right, is just can be so healing for others. Because everybody is, we're all having this human experience. Nobody is, free from that, right? We're all here having a human experience, as spiritual energy. Spiritual is just another word for energy, right? Or energetic beings of source creator, here to experience itself infinitely. And it's so fun. And planet Earth is, one of the toughest schools there are, and, or amusement parks, or, whatever game you decided to enter. But and it's not like, oh, I should get over these things, or I should be able to just go in these environments and feel fine and get over it. And the exposure therapy and stuff, it's like, it's also just about like loving yourself enough to, if you need time to take away, you're keep yourself out of those environments where that energy is, that because it is a frequency that these people hold too, right? And it's, if it's going to cause us distortions, then we don't need to put ourselves in environments like that either. So just, know that as well. And it's just your intuition guides you and will tell you what you need to do, like it does. And you're going through it just beautifully. And just, again, don't feel like you need to be in a rush, and process your grief. And um it's still, it's data, right? And it's an experience, and it's meant to be integrated. And there's no time, there isn't a time limit on integration. So thank you for doing the work and getting the download to keep your heart open. And that's the biggest thing, right? That's what this whole comment situation, all this is about opening up our hearts, cracking our hearts open, and allowing the light, the love, of nature, of all that's around us, surrounding us, to transmute all these energies that we are here. The star seeds, that I pulled this card, and I'm like, oh, I know who that's for. Let's see if I can get it close.
Oh, beautiful. What does it say? The universe?
The universe opens through you.
Mm, what a
Star
beautiful
seed.
card.
Yeah, and so I was reading it, and I was like, I was wanting to read it to you.
Oh,
But
I
yeah, I just
love
felt
it.
like that was meant for you.
Hmm. Mahalo, mahalo nui loa, dear Amber. Yeah, for all of that. Thank you, dear sister. And it's funny, on Friday night we were watching the stars and we were talking about aliens and star seeds, and it was great. I love my people. I love, our people. I love people. And it's just, yeah, we saw shooting stars going by, and I think we were
Oh,
talking about Through Eye Atlas too at one point. It was great. It was great. Yeah.
awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got to get out under the stars, right? And on the earth.
Mm-hmm.
It's back to that, and looking up at these looking up, right? And that also is going to help, like, our third eyes, and move that DMT around,
Mm-hmm.
remembrance.
Divine, holy,
It's
good remembrance. Yeah.
Yeah, it's time for us to remember and embody the galactic star seed, that we are of the cosmos and of the earth
Mm.
together. We are the bridge between it, and it's time that we all understand and realize that we're little walking mushrooms, actually, right? I mean, let's be honest. We didn't come from monkeys, you guys.
Human mycelium. Yeah, it's quite profound. Who was I? One of my classmates, with my Hawaiian studies class on Saturday when we were hiking. She's a wonderful soul. I'm so grateful. But she watches a lot of Ancient Aliens, so it's like resonance. You know what I mean? Because I actually was right after the breakup that another beautiful soul sister told me about the class, and so I signed up, and it's just so beautiful to be surrounded by so many people who are in resonance. And I feel like I couldn't. Maybe that's a strong word. But actually, no, that's accurate. If I was still in that relationship, a lot of the doors and the relationships and the new people, the new frequencies that are in my life, like it wouldn't have been able to happen because when I'm in, when I'm with somebody, so much of my energy and my spirit is intertwined with them. And I appreciate it. I'm grateful for it. And, it's all the lessons and the love, and it's beautiful, but also it's like, I know I'm on the right path, and I'm grateful for all of it. I'm grateful for the relationship. I guess I'm grateful for the breakup too. I'm grateful for where I am now and how far I've come in 5 months and how far I will continue to go. And I'm grateful for you. And yeah, I'm just grateful. So what is it now? Oh, it'll be Amber and I will have known each other for 1 year in December because we were trying to figure it out. And we are like, when did we? I think it was December 14th. That's actually her birthday. That's so funny.
Really?
You texted me, I'll have to scroll all the way back. It's either December 10th or the 14th was when you texted me, but her birthday's
Really?
the 14th, so it's super funny.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's truly all love and gratitude at the end of the day. And it's funny because I coexist with another ex, um, in the shared space, and we're fine. It just took time, it really just took time to get to that place because we're like, cool. We're like, I mean, there's still a little bit of like somewhat not awkward, very slight, because maybe there's always something like that with exes. Um, but like we're cool. We're like super cool. But it was really funny actually because I got back after the hike on Saturday and then they started spinning fire and the music was on and DJing and then I looked over and I see her by the circle and I was like, "Oh my gosh." I had like all the emotions hit at once and I'm like, "Why is she here?" And then my ex, the previous ex was actually there with me at my car who witnessed that whole thing and then I just like had to it was so I was like, this is a lot right now."
Oh man, dang girl. You're like, I'm gonna create this scenario. My ex seeing me with seeing my ex and I love
God.
you.
Uh, I love you too. Thanks for listening. Anyways, moving on. Planet is ascending. Let's
Oh, it's okay. Like I said, a lot of times we can move to forgiveness too soon, and that, causes dis-ease also, right? Because it's not real. It's like, and it's just integration. Again, it's like what you need to learn from that relationship and however long it takes to integrate that and process and heal and love yourself more. It's all about loving the self more, right? That's what it all comes back to, is like integrating how you can love yourself more and see everything as like you're seeing it, as the magic that it is. I mean, it's like we go through some crazy tough things and some pain and hurt and heartbreak, and it's only to end up causing a crazy huge chain reaction of the opening of a whole new world, a whole new portal, right? It's like opening the portal of the heart in actuality, and like exploring the self and how to love the self. It opens that up for us so that we can learn to love ourselves and not have to need to feel that we need something from anyone or anything, right? And just getting to a point where like, okay, if I'm in a relationship and they choose to act a certain way or this or that, like that's on them, and that's not me. And so um just having that conscious awareness, but also it's about your energy and who and what you attract to, right? We're in control of that. And so as long as the more we love ourselves and treat ourselves the way we want to be treated, then we'll attract that right to us. We don't have to try, right? It's just, yeah, we are infinite abundance in all of its forms right here.
Hmm.
Nothing else needed.
Beautifully expressed and articulated. Thank you. Yeah. Let's pull some heart cards, guys. So these are heart.
Yeah.
They can't see
Yeah. Oh,
it. Wait, let me
your
do that.
background's not gonna let us.
Anyways, these are made in Hawaii. Let your
Oh,
heart lead. So these are actually a gift a year ago from a friend. Let's see what wants to come forth. Mhm. Yeah. If anybody's watching who's not from Hawaii, it's a island ecosystem, so it's okay. So I pulled confidence. I trust myself completely and I move confidently through life. I am very certain of myself. Hmm. Okay. That might have been for me. Is there one for the collective?
I love it. Oh,
Joy. Okay, this can be for both. For everybody, I do what makes my heart sing. This life is a co-creation, an inspiration, a celebration. One more? Okay, so far we got confidence, we got joy. So hashtag be confident in your joy. No, I don't know.
yes.
And this one? Yeah, okay. Breathe. I am a breath of fresh air. I am attuned to the oneness of life. I am alive. I'll take it. Confidence, joy, and breathe. Yeah, I'm getting the message for all of us to, how are you saying it? in that last little paragraph that you shared, feel you said, "Remember who you are." Then I heard Simba's father. What was his name? Mufasa? "Remember who you are." So there's like the confidence bit in us remembering who we are as starseeds, as galactic ambassadors, galactic officers on the ground, angelic incarnates, earth angels. Um, just to remember who we are and not from a place of high makamakaism or ego tripping or oh, I'm better than you know, that spiritual ego. Because I know I went through that, you know, in my initial stages of awakening, but just like that it can be quiet confidence, but also it can be loud, joyful confidence too. Like I'm dancing and praying with fire right now, and my spirit is so grateful and so alive, and I'm so happy that there are people here and I get to share it and to be sacredly witnessed. And I'm sending this worldwide. I'm sending it globally, you know, because that's when I'm in my flow. I do get to those spaces where I'm like doing, they're called poi extensions, where it's like your arms are completely extended and you're whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. It's kind of like you're swimming. And so what's going on in my head when I do those is I'm sending it around the world, and then I'll turn 180 and I'll send it the other way. And I'm just like, foop, foop, foop. So yeah, confidence, joy, and breathe. Breathing connects us to our life force energy, right? Eh, Aloha, you know, the breath of life, the ha, and to our bodies and helps soothe the nervous system and, you know, just stabilizes, and it's the breath of life. So yeah, just that sacred remembrance that we are enough and to have confidence in that, to remember to be in joy, and dancing can help, you know, whatever singing, tapping, just movement can help. Because I feel like joy is love in motion. It can be one kind of perspective, you know, joy is beautiful. Le'a le'a, iko o lalo Hawaiʻi. And to breathe. Breathe, guys, keep breathing because we're in it. I was gonna say we're not out of the woods yet. Kind of from a certain perspective, but it's like it's full speed ahead to infinity and beyond. The earth is ascending, and it's 2025 now. What's gonna happen in the next, you know, few weeks, months, years, decades? Like how will the world shift? How will humanity and our hearts and our consciousness and our societies and our systems shift in the next 75 years? What is 2100 gonna look like? I know that's a little bit far, but you know, if we're thinking in terms of like quarters, 2025 is the first quarter of the 21st century. And so, okay, plus 25 will be 2050, plus 25 will be 2075, plus 25 will be 2100. And then we can break that down however, you know, 5 years, 10 years, 1 years. This is me just being an Aquarius, y'all, and nerding out a little bit. But I know you said, you know, time is an illusion. And I mean, but time still is a thing, right? If we're still operating. But I also feel like, okay, what does the fifth dimension look like? So the way my brain and my consciousness has kind of come to understand it or theorize it is that it's the collapse of time. And so everything is happening in the infinite now moment, which I suppose it already is, but I'm not too sure. I suppose our understanding, our awareness of it uh, upgrades or expands in some way that I can't even really fully articulate right now. I'm just theorizing. So, anyways, if you have any theories, feel free to drop them in the comments below. And so much love, one love worldwide.
Yes, yes, yes. And with that, Hawaii actually means the breath of life and water. Ha is breath, vai is water, and the I symbolizes spirit or essence. So you got breath, water, spirit, the Trinity, Hawaii. Pretty sure that's where humanity was born, conceived, birthed.
Lemuria? Yeah. Oh, mahalo for that, sister. Yeah, and then we were talking about Makua offline as well. So Makua in Ikaolalo Hawaii in the Hawaiian language is parent. And so if I remember everything correctly, I could be wrong. But I believe Makua, there's also humanity origin stories that humanity was birthed from Makua, which is on the west side of the island of Oahu. So I'll have to deepen into the Mo'olelo, the stories. There's so much to learn always, but yeah, we're back to the beginning, right? And then into the future, and it's all right here, right now, and just the sacred understanding and recognition, the honoring of all of it. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's embody it, you know? Yes,
Let's
yes.
breathe it, breathe into it and breathe it out, and just remembering that we're already enough too, because I feel like that's something I have struggled with in this life is feelings of unworthiness and feeling like I'm not enough, which comes from you know, just more room for self-love, but just speaking to all of us, speaking to myself, speaking to my past self, like we're already enough and we don't even have to say, excuse me, let me rephrase it properly. We don't even have to say anything. Our presence. No, seriously, just like our energy shifts spaces and time. Because I feel it too. And you know, when I go into spaces and I interact with certain people and I'm like, why do they kind of it's like they don't care for me, you know? And it's like I try to be so kind and respectful all the time, and then my guys are like, it's your frequency. Like not everybody's going to resonate with you, and that's okay. You be your frequency of heart and love that you are, and continue to breathe and sacredly recognize all things and all beings as creator and oneness. And you don't gotta F with everybody, and not everybody's gonna F with you, and that's okay because that's part of the grand experience and experiment of life on planet Earth, and you know, so it's okay. Like, because I used to be like, but why don't they like me? It's like, yo, dude, it's all good. Like, do you like everybody? I'm like, I try to, but it's, you know, it's all good. So just the fun.
It's part of the human experience.
It's just part of the human experience, y'all.
Part of the human experience. That's what we're here to work on. That's what we're here to crush. You know, that's what we be doing. Crushing those programs of self-worth and lack of self-worth, self-doubt. You know, it's so programmed into us. And doubt is the killer of all manifestation. Just remember. So when your thoughts start doubting you, remember you're not your thoughts. That's not who and what you are, and you are capable of and able to do anything your heart desires, and that's what you're here to do. Live your dream life. Don't get distracted in the sauce.
Mm-hmm. Hashtag don't get too lost in the sauce.
Don't get too lost in the sauce.
Otherwise, we're gonna have to like jump in there, like bungee jump in there, like grab you, eat you out. That could be fun too. But yeah, enjoy your human experiences. Keep breathing. Remember, you are loved and you're amazing just as you are. Um, yeah, we gonna be all right. You know, just like comets, interstellar things flying by, and governments shutdowns and all the things. But it's all good. We're headed headed in the right direction, and New Earth is unfolding right in front of us. So don't be afraid of the changes and keep breathing and just keep going, baby. Keep fighting the good fight. So yeah. Is there anything else? Maybe we can wrap it up, Amber. And is there anything else you want to express to the collective and et cetera, et cetera?
Oh, you know, let's see. Shall I pull one card and see leave everybody with what comes? Let's see.
Yes, please.
We'll do the Lyran Oracle.
Ooh.
We'll see
Oh,
what they have. We'll see what they have to say about this current energy that we're in and what everybody needs to hear right now. Ooh.
Dude, it was, I don't know, I was channeling so much on the hike and like I kept humming that and I was like, just tell me to shut up, guys, if you need me to.
Flow, surf the polarities of consciousness. Wow, that's perfect. Perfect.
Oh, gorgeous. I guess that's kind of what I
All
was, yeah, saying what we were pulling through.
the cosmic energies, just surf the polarities of consciousness and just get in that flow state. And that's where you let go and let God take over the flow state, aka allowing God to run your shit. Oh, your human ego. Release the ego and allow the divine source within you to do what it's here to do and just be its divine, authentic self in love and compassion and peace and sovereignty.
Mm.
Thank you all for showing up on this planet Earth at this time and doing the work and transmuting and transforming yourselves into the new human crystalline light being that you are.
Mahalo, mahalo nui loa. To all gathered here today in the seen and unseen realms, gratitude to Mother Earth, gratitude to Father Sky, and gratitude to humanity for all of us co-creating this grand, glorious human experiment and experience. And love to each and every one of us on our journeys, comfort to our hearts, and support as we continue to evolve and grow and level up, level up, level up, level up, level up. Hashtag Earth is ascending, and all of her inhabitants, all of us with her. And yeah, let's go. And so, sending so much aloha from Hawaii. And yeah, we gonna be all right, guys. October's almost over, rolling into November, and then it'll be December, and then it'll be January, and then February, Year of the Fire Horse. So continue to transform and wrap up things. Year of the Snake. Wishing everybody a safe holiday weekend as it's Halloween. Um, and just safe holiday season. And I know the holidays can be a time of a lot coming up. So just remember to come back to the breath and stay grounded. And speaking for all of us or to all of us, yeah, if you ever get overwhelmed, put your hand on your heart and just breathe and feel your own heartbeat and remember that you are loved and that you are divine. So yeah, coming to you live from Kapai'aina o Hawaii, sending so much aloha, aloha to the world. Mahalo.
Mahalo.
Chihu. Bye, guys.
Aloha.